Hi everyone! In today's video, I will try to make sense of the cards that I got in the last packs video, and I would like to understand the new summons more like XYZ and just get more familiar with these new cards that I haven't played. I know that the game has changed a lot in the last 15 years since I started playing. There is a lot that I need to learn, and it is a bit exciting to learn. It has also been difficult, but yesterday I was playing in the Kaiba Cup in Duel Links, and some people in the chat during the stream helped me improve my deck, and I think I understand the synchro summons and that a bit more. So I just want to go through these cards, sort them out a little bit, and see if I understand what they do or not. But yeah, let's take a look. So what I know about XYZ is that you need to tribute the monsters. This is here. So 2 level 4 monsters. And then it says, when your dinosaur monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach 1 material from this card. Inflict 1000 damage to your opponent, then this card gains 1000 attack. If this XYZ summoned card is destroyed, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. You can only use this effect of Rhinoceros Giga Cannon once per turn. That is really OP. That is really OP. I mean, I should really try to use this. But okay, I guess this is for a dinosaur deck. But I mean, even if you don't have dinosaurs, no, you have to use a dinosaur. Okay. Right. Well, that makes sense. It doesn't sound too hard. Send 1 face-up continuous trap you control to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. I mean, this card is quite... you can use it in any deck, so it didn't sound too hard. Synchro transmission. During the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using monsters you control as material. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 synchro monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, then draw 1 card. Okay, that didn't sound so easy, but it didn't sound too hard either. Colossal Fighter. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. Gains 100 attack for each warrior monster in the graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 warrior monster in the graveyard, special summon target. Okay, this is not too hard. So far, they haven't been too hard, but now we got one with a lot of text. So let's see. Mementotlan. Mementotlan? Fracture Dance. That sounds Mexican. Mementotlan. Mementotlan? I don't know. Okay, if you control a Memento monster, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then if you control Memento Tecutlica combined creation, you can destroy 1 more card on the field. When an attack is declared involving your Memento monster and an opponent's monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1000 attack until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Mementotlan, Fracture Dance once per turn. Okay, I see. This one is like from a Mexican deck, because Mementotlan and Memental Tecutlica, that sounds Mexican. And I mean, now that I read the effects, they make sense. Like they do make sense, but I think I need to know the deck better, like for this card, to be able to properly use it. But so far, so good. And I guess we will put all traps together, like separate them by type, and then take it from there. Okay, I have seen a few cards that have numbers like this. Number 41. I know that is number 29, Utopia or something, and that is the ace card for one of the protagonists of one of the, I would say, newest YuGiOh shows, just because I haven't watched any of them. It's probably not that new anymore. Okay. Number 41, Baguska the Terribly Tired Tapir. That's a funny name. Terribly Tired Tapir. And that's cute. Okay, so 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn during your standby phase, detach 1 material from this card. If you cannot, destroy it. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target this attack position card with card effects. This card is in face-up position. While this card is in face-up position, change all face-up monsters on the field to defense position. Also negate the activated effects of monsters that were in defense position when that effect was activated. Like, sometimes they get really complicated and the text is so small. Okay, well, I guess I understand what it does. This one is super cute. I love this one. Ghost, Sister, and Spooky Dogwood. That's so cute. I love this card. I think I will set aside the cards that I really like. During either turn, except the end phase. Quick effect. During either turn, except the... Okay, so I can use this from my hand, I think. You can discard this card. Apply this effect this turn. You can only use this effect of Ghost, Sister, and Spooky Dogwood once per turn. Each time your opponent special summons an effect monster, during the main phase or battle phase, you gain life points equal to that monster's attack. If you did not gain life points by this effect, your life points are halved during the end phase. But this sounds like a very good defensive card. When they special summon an effect monster during the main phase or battle phase, you gain life points. But if you did not gain life points, your life points are halved during that phase. Okay, this one is hard for me to understand because you're supposed to use it as a quick effect, I think, from your hand. And then you discard it when your opponent special summons an effect monster. Or do you have to do this before they can special summon a monster? Because it feels like how I would use this card is they summon a monster, and then they special summon a monster, and then I use this to get the life points because I know they summoned that special monster or special summon that monster. So then why would I not gain life points if I use it when they summon that monster? That is a bit hard for me to understand why would that happen. Like, in what scenario you use this card when your opponent special summons a monster, but you still not get the life points? If someone can explain that. Or does it mean like if this card gets stopped, like canceling this card by a card effect? Maybe that's how it works. Okay, but this card is super beautiful, so I will put it on the side because I think it's very cute. Okay, next, Wheel Synchron. If this card you control is used as synchro material, you can treat it as a non-tuner. You can only use each of the following effects of Wheel Synchron once per turn. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 level 4 or lower monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except synchro monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 synchro monster you control, reduce this level by 2. This sounds really complicated. Cornfield Cotton. Okay, I guess this one is from that Mexican deck I was talking about. And I actually saw this one used in Duel Links in the Kaiba Cup against me. So, if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can discard this card and add 1 monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, except Cornfield Cotton. When your opponent activates a card effect that targets a card you control, when you control Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast. Oh, I know that card. That one is a classic card. Quick effect. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard negative effect, and if you do, destroy that card. It's like really specific. Like really specific. Synchro Force Bag. And this one has some special shine. As I said, I need to learn the rarities, but I'm getting a bit more familiar with them now. Okay, target monsters on the field, up to the number of synchro monsters with different names you control. Return them to the hand. You can only activate once per turn. Okay, this one makes sense. So nothing super hard about this one, just that it's very cute. Even the color is different. Like, this one is a bit more like purple than the normal trap cards, like Cerulean or something. This one looks like it's gonna be complicated. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Equip that face-up monster to one Mikanko monster you control as an equip spell. Then, if a ritual monster card is on the field, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each equip spell you control. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon one of your Mikanko monsters that is banished or in your hand. You can only use each effect of Mikanko Spirit Walk once per turn. Okay, it wasn't that hard. It's like very specific to that deck. This one is really pretty. New World Formation. Target one spell trap in your graveyard that mentions Visa's Starfrost. Set it, and if you set a trap or a quick play spell, it can be activated this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 spells traps in your graveyard that mention Visa's Starfrost. Okay, next. That was too much. It's gonna take forever if we do this, but okay. Choose 2 unused main monster zones in the same column. What? 2 unused main monster zones in the same column. What does that even mean? Special summon 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand or deck in face-up attack position or face-down defense position in your chosen main monster zone. Then your opponent can do the same from their hand or deck to theirs. You can only activate 1 small scope per turn. I have no idea. Pearly, Shirley. These Pearlies, or whatever they're called, are super cute. Like these cat cards. Target 1 Pearly XYZ monster you control. Special summon 1 level 1 Pearly monster from your deck, but negate its effects. Then special summon from your extra deck 1 Pearly XYZ monster with the same rank but a different attribute than the targeted monster by using this attribute. What does that mean, attribute? Than the targeted monster by using that special summon monster as material. This is treated as an XYZ summon. Then you can attach 1 card from your deck to that XYZ summon monster with the same name as Purely Quick Play. Pay attention to that. That's really complicated. There can be only one. This art is funny. It's like a skeleton with a Hawaiian shirt. Oh, 2 skeletons. Oh, it's like 2 skeletons coming from, or like going through security in an airport with shopping bags. And also this dog is another card, right? It looks very familiar. Like an older card. Is this from the Mexican deck? Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. If a player controls 2 or more monsters of the same type, they must send some to the graveyard so they control no more than 1 monster of that type. This is a really funny card. It's literally like skeletons coming back from a trip and then being stopped at security. That's really, really funny. It's really cute. I really like these cards. Like, some of the cards are just really fun to look at. I will put it on the side because I thought it was very funny. Okay, Deck Devastation Virus. This sounds like something that Seto would use. Tribute 1 dark monster with 2000 or more attack. Look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the end of the 3rd turn after this card's activation, and destroy all those monsters with 1500 or less attack. This one sounds like a really good trap. Yeah, I can see the appeal of this card. Evolzar Solda. 2 level 6 dinosaur monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects when it has material. When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 material from this card, destroy the monster. These XYZ cards are so OP. Like, they are really OP. Hamburger Recipe. I know this card. This card is from my time when I was young. Preparation of Rites. Add 1 level 7 or lower return monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, this one makes sense. Wow, this one is really pretty. Vanquish Soul Dust Devil. That's really cool. Target 1 Vanquish Soul monster you control. Change its battle position, then you can change face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position, up to the number of Vanquish Soul monsters you control with different names. Yeah, that makes sense. one is not too hard. It's just very reliant on its own deck. Giant Rex, we have a dinosaur here. 4 level 4 dinosaur with 2000 attack, but it cannot attack directly. If this card is banished, you can special summon this card, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack for each of your banished dinosaur monsters. You can only use effect once per turn. Okay, I can see how this combined with the rest of the dinosaur deck works. Evil Follies. If a monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can tribute 1 reptile or dinosaur monster you control instead. You can only use each of the following effects of Evil Follies once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Evil monster from your hand or graveyard in face and defense position during your main phase. You can set 1 Evo Force or Evo. Yeah, that makes sense too. Monster Egg Classic. I think now we are going to start going into the or are these? Yeah, these are already. I don't know if this one is a Rex Raptor card, those dinosaurs, but at least these are from the from my time. Yeah, Yummy. 2 prone attack. I remember this card too. Electro Whip at Classic as well. Remove Trap. This one could be really good against the Blue Eyes deck with True Light. True Light is a trap, if I remember correctly. Maybe I will put this card to the side because I'm actually playing against, I guess, a friend that I just met who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! He uses a Blue Eyes deck, and I think True Light is a trap, if I remember correctly. So this card could be useful for that. So I'll put it on the side for now. Let's put it here. This one we leave on the side. Yeah, these are all, like when the game was just like this, it was so much easier to play. Nowadays all the cards are like this, with like hundreds of effects, and then it's very hard to follow. But I just need to practice more and get better at it. Target 1 beast to monster control. 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy the first target, and if you do, shuffle the second target into the deck. Okay. Overlay Booster. If you control a monster with 2000 or more attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can only special summon Overlay Booster once per turn this way. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was under, you can banish it. Then target 1 face-up XYZ monster you control that has material, it gains 500 attack for each monster. It's complicated. It's not hard. Like, they're not hard. Like, now that I have been going through all these cards and reading the effects and everything that they do, they are not as hard as I thought. They are more, how do you say this word in English? Like, they are scary when you first see them. But once you read them, they're not as hard to understand. It's more that they do so many things that you really have to read carefully what they do. And if someone uses this card and then another effect and then the chain, that sounds really complicated. Okay, this one is a bit funny. Any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. Okay. I mean, I can see how this can be used to your advantage. And then when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, quick effect. I think that's when you can use it from the hand, right? You can tribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one. It's so much, like, they do so many things. That's what makes it complicated to me. Like, I'm used to cards like this, where you literally just had attack and then some traps like this. But now they do so many things that it's really hard to keep track of everything that is going on. And Yumi card. Maybe I should put the Yumi cards on the side. Maybe I should actually try to make decks out of this card, like the Mexican cards with Mexican cards and then the Yumi cards with Yumi cards. Yeah, this card, I understand what it does. We can just put it with the other magic cards. Sky Striker. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, special summon 1 Sky Striker Ace token with 0 attack, 0 defense in defense position, which cannot be attributed. And if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard when this effect resolves, the token's attack defense becomes become 1,500 instead. Okay. See, like when I see this, okay, the word I was looking for is intimidating. Intimidating to see a card like this and you have no idea what it does and you have to read a lot. But once you read it and understand, like I think it's just a matter of learning what every card does, like in your deck, and see how they boost each other and learn the mechanics. And well, it sounds way more complicated than when I used to play this competitively. Like now I would stand no chance. Okay, if your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Okay. You can only use one of the following effects of this card once per turn. How do you even read this? K966A YuGiOh. Okay, you can reveal this card and one other level 5 monster in your hand, special summon both, but they cannot be used as material for the XYZ summon of a light monster. During your main phase, you can add one non-aqua K9 monster from your deck to your hand. Guys, like this is so complicated. Like it is so much in one card. I mean, I guess it's just practicing, using them over and over until you learn it, but I can see like new players or players that just came back to TCG like me having a hard time like learning this and understanding them, because I don't know, I feel like once you get used to it, it can be really fun, but when you're learning you have to spend a lot of time reading and really understanding what each card does. And there are so many like negations and things like that. Okay, target one face-up spell on the field, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Then you can place one Dragotail card from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of the deck, except Dragotail Flame. Then draw one card. You can only activate. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, this one is very long, but it's a cool card. It feels like a Domino City card, like that. I can see how this can be Domino City, like Tokyo. Okay, target one K9 XYZ monster or one rank 5 XYZ monster you control. What does a rank mean? Do they have ranks? Is this XYZ? I don't see the rank. Is this the rank? The stars? Maybe. Okay. Special summon from your extra deck one kingdom XYZ monster with a different name by using that monster you control. This is treated as an XYZ summon. Transfer its materials to the summon monster. Oh my god, you can transfer XYZ materials from a monster to the other. What? I had no idea you could do that. At the end of the battle phase, if your K9 monster battled this turn, you can set this card from your graveyard. You can only use each effect of K9 blah 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 once per turn. This sounds so complicated. Okay, here we have polymerization. I did get a rarer polymerization card here, but we can put it on the side for now because I might want to add it to one of my decks. K9 00 Hound. This card is really cool. I liked it a lot since I got it. It's a bit like a chupacabras. 2 level 5 monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. The turn it is special summon. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, this card gains 500 attack when that effect resolves. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can detach one material from this card, then target one card on the field, banish it. This one sounds really powerful. Like all of these XYZ cards are really OP. Like how do you even fight against that with a normal deck? You can't. Like I guess that's when you use like cards that have like destroy your monster's card that has this blah blah blah. Like that you literally need to negate this from being summoned from the beginning. Otherwise, how are you gonna fight that? Okay, NASH Knight, Nash Knight, Aqua XYZ. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a number monster while a number monster is on the field. Like that is so OP. During the main phase quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card. Attach one number XYZ monster from your extra deck to this card that has a number. Oh my god, what? That has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Then you can attach one other face-up monster on the field to this card. You can only use this effect of Nash Knight once per turn. That's super complicated. Super complicated. Martial Meta Marcher. This looks like a Bioshock character. Or Iva from Battle, right? Okay, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target 1 tuner in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects. You can only use this effect of Martial Meta Marcher once per turn. A synchro monster that uses this card as material is treated as a tuner when face up on the field. Okay, I understand it a little bit. Not as complicated as the Nash card. Number 67, Paradise Smasher. Okay. Once per turn, during your main phase 1, you can detach 2 materials from this card. Each player rolls a 6-sided die twice. The player with a higher total cannot activate monster effects or declare an attack until the end of the next turn. Once per turn, if either player rolls a 6-sided die or dice, when this card has material, you can treat one of the results as 7. That's super complicated as well. K9 17 Reaper. Guys, all of these cards are so hard for me to follow. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 K9 card from your deck to your hand. Then, if your opponent has activated a monster effect this turn, you can set 1 K9 quick play spell from your deck or graveyard. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate that effect. You can only use each effect of K9 17 Reaper once per turn. Like, I understand the effects separately, but I just see it like I just play the scenario in my head where the opponent does that, and then this card does something else, and then the opponent does something else, and it sounds so complicated, like really, really hard to get into that, like really getting a grip of everything. Miscellaneous. What? This is such a funny name. Miscellaneous arrows. During the main phase, quick effect. So many quick effects, like from the hand. Someone explained to me at the local game store that these quick effects can be used from the hand. If that's correct, I don't know. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. During this main phase, dinosaur monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. You can banish any number of dinosaur monsters from your graveyard, including this card, special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your deck with a level equal to the total number of monsters banished to activate this effect, but destroy it during the end phase. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, that one wasn't too hard. That one makes sense. Gotham's Emergency Call. Okay, this one is super sparkly. Is this a starlight? I don't know. Every video that I make, I ask if every sparkly card is a starlight, but I don't know what it means and I don't know how they look like. Someone told me that one of the cards I got is called a Poly. No. They told me a name, but I don't remember. But guys, this card, what is it? Why is it so shiny and sparkly? Okay. If a face-up X-Saber monster is on the field, target 2 X-Saber monsters in any graveyard, special summon both to your side of the field. Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. This one looks really hard, but a very cool art, this card. And this one is also very sparkly. So, to link, oh, this is a link card, yeah. And in Gamescom they explained it, like the red arrows point to the part of the field that this can be linked to. So to the sides, to the bottom, or to the corner. But does that mean, like these 2 arrows in the bottom, does that mean that it can be linked to a pendulum monster? Because those monsters are the only ones that can be in the like magic or trap area, right? Or how does that work? I'm not sure. Yeah, the link is also not very clear to me. I need to learn it more. So, 2 plus effect monsters. I guess you need more than 2 or more effect monsters. Is the 2 plus, does that mean the stars? Or does that mean... Okay. Because why would you sacrifice more than 2 monsters? Okay, yeah, I can see why you would want to sacrifice more monsters. Okay. This is a helicopter whale. That's funny. So, gains 200 attack for each link monster in the graveyard. In the graveyards. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. If this card is destroyed, you can target one link 3 monster or lower monster in either graveyard, special summon it. Oh yeah, they have link, and I think attack and defense is the same. Like if it says attack 2600, the defense is the same. I don't know what link 4 means. I guess it's just like the level. If a link 3 or lower monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy one card on the field. Oh yes, I understand it, but as I said, even if I understand them, they are really hard for me to grasp how the scenario would play out when I use it. But that is why we are learning. So, Astral Kuriboh. I think this card was in the list of banned cards that released yesterday. I remember saying something about Astral Kuriboh. Or was it a different Kuriboh? How many Kuribohs are nowadays? There are many, right? You can reveal one number XYZ monster in your extra deck. Special summon this card from your hand. If you do, this card's level becomes the revealed monster's rank. Also, while it is face up in the monster zone, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck, except number XYZ monsters. You can only use this effect of Astral Kuriboh once per turn. A number XYZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material against this effect cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. That's so OP. Like, that is so OP. We can put it on the side because it feels like an important card. Okay. Onomatopoeia. I guess that's like a game, how do you say? From the word onomatopoeia. This one looks really complicated. You can only activate one onomatopoeia per turn. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Add up to 2 of these monsters from your deck to your hand. You cannot add 2 from the same category. One Subaba monster, one Ga monster, one Go monster, one Do monster. What is that? What? I have no idea what that means. Okay, this card is beautiful. Okay, is this a Starlight? Okay, I really need to learn the rarities. But this card is really pretty. Like, really pretty. Okay, let's read it, because I actually didn't read it. So, it's a ritual card. So, you need a ritual card to summon it. I don't think I have its ritual card. Okay, you can ritual summon this card with Sprite's Blessing, which I don't think I have. It has 2600 attack, 2800 defense. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, quick effect, you can discard this card. Negate the activation. When your opponent will special summon a monster's quick effect, you can return this card to the hand. Negate the special summon, and if you do, banish that monster. Okay, I see. Okay, when your opponent will special summon a monster, you can use this as a quick effect. And then you can return this card from the field to the hand. I guess that's what it means. Not from the graveyard, but from the field. Negate the special summon, and if you do, banish that monster. Okay, no, that makes sense. I mean, it is a very beautiful card. I would probably use it just because it's so pretty. Like, the colors are so pretty. So let's put it on the side. And then this poly with the Starlight. I don't know. I'm calling everything shiny a Starlight, even if I know they are not all Starlight. Or are they? I have no idea. And yeah, I have this mat. I mean, now there's cards on it, but here is Kaiba with a polymerization card. And yeah, I love polymerization. I love the design. I love the colors. I love that it's a basic DM card. And we put it on the side too for my deck. Oh no, we were gonna put it here for my deck. Yeah. And then we have this very beautiful card as well. This is also Starlight. I'm joking. I have no idea if it's a Starlight or not. When this card is synchro summoned, you can banish up to 1 card each from your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard at random. That's cool. That's a cool effect. And something that I've noticed though, even if all of these cards do many crazy things, it's still like no card has been stronger than a Blue Eyes. I guess the Blue Eyes is still considered one of the best cards when it comes to like attack and defense. I don't know, well, especially attack. I don't know if that's the case, but back then in my childhood, getting a Blue Eyes on your hand was just like game over. Like you just would win immediately. Okay, Exo Sister packs. During the main phase, pay 800 life points and then add one Exo Sister card from your deck to your hand, except this card. Then if you added a monster by this effect, you can special summon it or other Exo Sister monster mentioned on it. On it is on your field or in your graveyard. Yeah, that makes sense. Silent Swordsman. Wasn't there another card called Silent Swordsman, or was that on something else? The name sounds very familiar. Okay, cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing one warrior monster. Once per turn during standby phase, this card gains 500 attack. Once per turn, when a spell card is activated as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is in its owner's control, or if this card is in its owner's control, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Silent Swordsman monster from your hand or deck, except Silent Swordsman, ignoring its summoning conditions. This card sounds really good. Maybe I'll consider adding it to my deck. I'll put it here for now. Sol and Luna. That's very pretty. That's really pretty art. Target one monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. Apply the following effect on each monster depending on its battle position. Face up, changing to face down, changing to face up. You can only activate one Sol and Luna per turn. This one maybe I want to use it too. And it's very pretty, so why not? A fusion monster, the first one here. One Despia monster plus one light or dark monster. While you control this fusion summoned card, your opponent must pay 600 life points to activate cards or effects. If your opponent controls a ritual, fusion, synchro, XYZ or link monster, while this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. That one seems strong also. Like that is a very good effect to have. Cosmic Cyclone. Pay 1000 life points and target one spell trap card on the field, banish it. This one is really good. I actually have a version of this card that is the same rarity as this, like with a sparkly background in the whole card and with texture. So I should get that one out and add it to my deck. But I'll just put this one on the side for now, for my deck. Yes, my friend Purely, I guess. Let's see. You can pay 500 life points, reveal 3 Purely cards from your deck, except my friend Purely, and your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand. Also shuffle the rest into your deck. If a face of Purely XYZ monster you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, even during the damage step, you can add up to 3 Purely quick play spells with different names from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use once per turn. Okay, that one wasn't too complicated as I thought. As I said, like these cards are all very intimidating when you start getting them and you have no idea what they do. Like, you know, I was used to this kind of goat card where it's just a monster. Nowadays they do so many things. It's really hard. Umi, Mystical Moon. This card is so funny. Yeah, I mean, that's just a meme by now. See, that you used to fusion cards like this, and that's it. Nowadays you have like so many effects. I mean, of course it makes sense. Like every time Konami wants to release new packs, they need to create stronger cards, which makes total sense to me. I mean, the goal with this video for me is to show you guys who know how to play this already, how hard it is for someone that used to play competitive 15 years ago to play nowadays. I mean, it is hard. And you know, we used to have cards like this that just added attack and defense to some cards. Nowadays you have like super complicated cards that do many things, which, as I said, makes sense. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying how hard it is for someone like me to get back at it. But I'm already familiar with the game. I used to play it a lot, and I have been playing Duel Links. I just can't see how a new player could learn this from the beginning, like from the very, very beginning. I have tried to convince my husband in real life, not Seto Kaiba, but my real life husband, to play with me. But, you know, it's so hard for him to get the motivation to do it because it is a lot to learn. And he feels that the game is very unbalanced. So, no, I have failed at that. But he supports my videos, so at least he does that. Someday maybe he will play with me. I love this card. I didn't know if I liked it or not before, but now I'm like completely obsessed. Okay, what does it do? I haven't even read this card. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. Place this card on the bottom of your deck, or add one outstanding dog marron from your deck to your hand. And if you do, place this card on top of your deck. Okay, what is outstanding dog marron? We don't have that. I guess it's a strong card. But it's so cute. I love this card. Like, I love it so much. Okay, I'll put it on the side for now because I like it. Reptilian Quatul. Okay, this is another of the Mexican cards. If you control a dark reptile monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if your opponent controls any monsters with 0 attack, you can special summon up to an equal number of reptilian monsters from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card you control will be used as synchro material for a reptile monster, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Okay, makes sense. This one is really pretty. I love the art of this card. It's so charming. It's like a beautiful castle. I love when cards are cute like this. When this card is activated, you can add one penguin card from your deck to your hand, except Royal Penguin's Garden. Once per turn during your main phase, you can decrease the level of one penguin monster in your hand or face-up field by 1. Then discard 1 card. You can only activate 1. Yeah, it does many things. Transonic Burn, another ritual card. The art is very cool. Very cool. You can ritual summon this card with Sonic Tracker once per turn. Once per turn, you can reveal 1 ritual spell in your hand, add 1 ritual monster from your deck to your hand, whose name is listed on that card, and if you do, shuffle the reveal card into the deck. Once per opponent's turn quick effect, you can send 1 ritual spell from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes a card's effect that ritual summons a monster when the card is activated. If this ritual summon card is distributed, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, negate this effect until the end of the turn. That sounds so complicated, guys. Like that is really complicated. Come on. How are you even gonna remember all of that? Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and activate 2 of these effects in sequence. Add 1 reptilian monster from your deck to the hand. Reptilian like this. Yeah, okay, so these work together. Yeah, it makes sense. Apex Predation. If you control a normal summon set monster. How are you gonna control a normal monster when there is literally no new monsters that are not effect monsters? If you control a normal summon set monster, destroy all special summon monsters on the field until the end. Okay, so it's not a normal monster, it's a normal summoned monster. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was saying, like, when are you gonna ever use this nowadays when all monsters have effects? But no, okay, a normal summon monster. Okay, sorry about that. Destroy all special summon monsters on the field. How am I gonna remember how monsters were summoned? Oh my god, that's hard. Until the end of your next turn, after this card is activated, you cannot normal summon set. Okay, complicated. This card looks like food. Gunkan sushi. Sushi. That's so cute. Gunkan sushi Shirao class carrier. Yeah, of course, it does look like sushi. That's really funny. 2 level for monsters. Oh my god, the text in this card is so tiny. If this card is XYZ summoned, you can apply these effects in sequence based on the materials used. You can only use this effect once per turn. Gonkan Sushi Shari. Draw 1 card. Gonkan Sushi Shirao. Add one Gonkan spell trap from your deck to your... let's stop there. I'm already lost. Laundry Trap. This is too long, but let's pretend that we understood it. Ice Jade Acti. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send one water monster from your hand to the graveyard. Like, guys, by now, at this point, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of reading. Let's just read the short ones, because otherwise, it's gonna take forever. When a monster would be special summoned or a monster effect is activated, pay 1500, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Okay, this one can be really good. I will put it on the side for my deck, maybe. Gagaku Punk Crash Beat. If your opponent activates a card or effect that targets your punk monsters, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use once per turn. If this card in its owner's spell and trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can activate this effect. This turn, your opponent cannot target punk monsters you control with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. Okay, that makes sense. Armory Call. Add one equip spell from your deck to your hand, then you can equip it to one appropriate monster you control. You can activate once per turn. I don't understand why they all say once per turn. They're always once per turn, no? Or why do they need to clarify that? Back in the day, they didn't say that, and you could only use them once per turn. I love the art in this card, Goki Pole. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one level 4 insect monster from your deck to your hand. Then, if you add a normal monster, you can special summon it. Okay, that makes sense. Then you can destroy one monster on the field with attack greater than or equal to that special summon monster. Okay, that one is really OP. This card is really good if you have an insect deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, of course. Virtual World Hime Nian Nian. Nian Nian. If a level 3 monster is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, except during this damage step, you can special summon this card as a tuner, but banish it when it... no, please no. Exosister Stella. Very long. We skip as well. Yoruri Punk. Okay, another punk card. Target one set card your opponent controls. Or if you control a punk monster, you can target one. Guys, by now I'm just like... Sure. Leblose Ungehoya. Oh, okay, these are the... I just read that in German. Okay, these are the German cards. We can skip these ones because they are in German. Yes. We leave them on the side for now. I just wanted them because I like the packaging. It was the... what's the name of that card? It's a fusion of Black Luster Soldier with the blue eyes. I forgot the name of that card, but I love that card. And the packaging was that in German, so I had to buy it. Okay, Obedience Schooled. This is cool. The art is very cool. It's a bit like a Flofal. If you control no monsters, special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast effect monsters with different names from your deck, but their effects are negated. Also, they are destroyed during the end phase. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon except beast monsters. Okay, that one is easy. What? Amusement Croquis. This is really cute. I love how it's like candy, like cookies and the Spirited Away candy. Yeah, these Yumi cards are really cute. Really cute. Like, even like the art, like these clouds are candy. Like, this is so cute. Okay, if you synchro summon a light beast synchro monster, okay, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. If a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Yumi monster from your deck. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 Yumi monsters in your graveyard and or banishment. Place this card and them... What? You can target 2 Yumi monsters in your graveyard and or banishment. Place this card and them on the bottom of the deck in any order. Okay. Okay, that makes it. I had to finish reading the sentence. You can only blah blah once per turn. Got it. Yeah. This one is too long. King of the Swamp. This card in your hand, field, or graveyard can be used as a substitute for any one fusion material whose name is mentioned on the fusion monster card, but the other materials must be correct. You can discard this card to the graveyard and add one polymerization from your deck to your hand. Okay, this one is really good. For my Blue Eyes deck, maybe. I will think about it. I will put it on the side for now. Dracotail Pan. There was one card that we found earlier that said Dracotail. So I guess these work together. And I'll just put it on the side because the text is very long. Yuumi Redemption. These are so cute. Like, all of these Yuumi cards are so adorable. This one is crying. That's so sad. Monsters your opponent control lose 200 attack for each light beast monster in your field and graveyard. Once per chain, if you synchro summon a light beast monster, you can draw one card, then place one card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Yuumi monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. Switch control of those two monsters. Complicated, but makes sense. Okay, I understand it, but it's not complicated. Another Nash XYZ that we won't read. Reinforcement of the Earthmist troops. When an attack is declared involving your warrior monster, you can special summon one level 4 or lower warrior monster from your hand. Only use once per turn. And too long, won't read. S-Force Showdown. Activate one of the following effects. Special summon one S-Force monster from your hand in defense position. Target one S-Force monster in your graveyard and into your hand. Yeah, that one sounds easy. Armed Dragon Lightning. If an armed dragon monster you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. You can target one armed dragon monster you control and activate one of these effects. It gains attack equal to its level times 100, even if this card leaves the field. Or add one armed dragon monster. Yeah, that makes sense. S-Force Professor Di Gamma. If each of your opponent's monsters in the same column as one of your S-Force monsters cannot change its world position. This is hard. Like, what do they mean with the columns? Like, do they literally mean the physical position of the cards? And that's so complicated. I don't know what it means. 7 Cities of the Golden Land. Oh, it's too long. Master's Diplomat. If this card is tribute summon, you can target one monster in your graveyard and one face of monster your opponent controls. Equip the monster from your graveyard to the opponent's monster. While equipped by this effect, the equipped monster loses attack equal to the attack of that monster equipped to it. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control that are equipped with equipped cards in your spell and trap zones. Yeah, I guess I can see how I could use it, but it's not so too complicated. I will put it on the side for now, because I do have strong monsters in my Blue Eyes deck, but I don't know if I will use it. Konohanasakuya. Because of Naruto, I know Konoha means leaf, right? Cannot be normal summon set, must be special summon from your hand by controlling a spirit monster. And it does many other things. And this one also does many things. Emergency teleport, special summon one level 3 or lower psychic monster, okay. Exosister Carpe Diem, we're not gonna read. Another insect card that is cute, we can put it on the side because it's cute. Forest of Lost Flowers. Sounds very complicated. I just read a little bit and I was like, no. Exosister Caspitel. Okay, another XYZ that's probably super OP. Donald the Noble Arms of Light. I think I got this one in Duel Links or a similar card recently. And you equip it to a monster you control. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Tin Dangle Gerald. Gerald. Flip. Oh, a flip monster. It's been a while since I saw a flip monster in TCG. You can take one flip monster from your deck, except Ting Dangle Gerald, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. If this card is in your hand, you can discard one other card. Send one Ting Dangle card from your deck to the graveyard, except Ting Dangle Gerald. And if you do special summon this card based on defense position, you can only use each effect of Tin Dangle Gerald once per turn. That's really funny. This is too long, one read. Oh, we got a pendulum card. Pasuzule. It's probably from the Mexican deck. Pasuzule. Pendulum summons of your monsters cannot be negated. Okay. Once per turn, you can target... Okay, guys, this is the first pendulum card that I'm reading in my life. So let's see. They did explain them to me at Gamescom, but like me myself reading it, first time ever. Once per turn, you can target one card in your other pendulum zone. Another pendulum zone? What does that mean? Wait, what? Once per turn, you can target one card in your other pendulum zone. This card's pendulum scale becomes the level of that pendulum monster card until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except by pendulum summon. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what the other pendulum zone is. I have no idea what that is. Pendulum monsters we put here. Behind this very cool acrylic of Seto and the blue eyes. I love it so much. This acrylic, by the way, I got from Judged Arts, and I have a video when I opened the package with stickers, with vinyl, with a bag. It's a really, really cool unboxing. I loved everything so much. So go check it out if you want. Okay, next. Too long, won't read. Bee, Trooper, Fly, and Sting. When your opponent activates monster effect, when you control a Bee Trooper monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. During your end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, and you control an insect monster with 3000 or more attack, you can banish one insect monster from your graveyard, set this card, and you can only use it once per turn. Glacier Aquamador. This Aquamador is one of the original cards. I don't think I got it in this pack, but I remember Aquamador very well. A classic original monster from DM, or from that time at least. At the start of the damage step, if your normal monster battles an opponent's monster, you can reveal this card in your hand, discard one card, and if you do, your monster cannot be destroyed by the battle. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can reveal one normal monster in your hand, discard one card, and if you destroy. But who's gonna have normal monsters? Like literally only if you play Blue Eyes. I'll put it on the side for now, because maybe you can use it with the Blue Eyes, but I'm not sure. Performance Damage Juggler. It is very long, won't read. Nightmare Gryphon. Cool. This one is pretty. Link card. Okay, let's read it just because I want to learn the links as well. I think these arrows is the column things that I don't understand. Like they are pointing at positions in the field, but I don't know how to use that. 2+ monsters with different names. If this card is link summoned, you can discard one card, then target one spell trap card in your graveyard, send it to your field, but it cannot be activated this turn. Then, if this card was co-linked, what does that mean, co-linked? When this effect was activated, you can draw one card. You can only use once per turn. Special summon monsters on the field cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. That's so complicated. Nightmare Unicorn. It does look like a nightmare because the text is so small. We're not gonna read it. I don't want to have nightmares because of that. Born from Draconia. Someone is really pretty. Banish all light machine monsters from your graveyard and your face of field. Special summon one level 6 or higher light machine monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions, and if you do, its attack defense become equal to the number of monsters banished. To activate this card, times 500. Also, it is unaffected by card effects, except its own and discards. You cannot special summon other monsters that are your card. Okay, sounds very complicated, but makes sense. World Legacy, the text is tiny. We're not gonna read this. Nightmare Phoenix. 2 monsters with different names. If this card is link summoned. Okay, I have a question. You just need 2 monsters with different names. It doesn't matter which level they are, right? Because it doesn't say that. If this card is link summoned, you can discard one card. Then target one spell trap card, Spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. If this card was co-linked, when this effect was activated. What does that mean? Co-linked. You can draw one card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Phoenix once per turn. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Co-linked monsters. Should try to understand what it means. Oh, this card reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. I love that manga. And I love the animes and the movies. Tris Magistus. The first time each Magistus monster equipped with an equip card will be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. You can only use one of the following effects of Tris Magistus per turn, and only once that turn. During your main phase, you can special summon one level 4 spellcaster monster from your hand. You can send this face of card to the graveyard, special summon any number of Magistus monsters with different names from hand. Okay, one is easy. Classic card. Bile Germs. You know, you get this as rewards for leveling up Seto Kaiba DSOD on Duel Links. I have like 1,000 of these in Duel Links. Gravity Controller. This one can only be used with this arrow. I'm not sure how you use this, but I'm sure there are videos explaining that. Or I should just do the tutorial in Legacy of the Duelist. Cannot be used as link material the turn it is link summoned. What does that even mean? This card in the extra monster zone cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster in the main monster zone. Okay, and the start of the damage step. If this card battles an opponent's monster in the extra monster zone, you can return both that opponent's monster and this card to the deck. I understand it-ish towards the end, but not the beginning. Dracotail Urbula. Another Dracotail. It looks easy, but it's too long. Crossship. This one is super cute. I love when cards are super cute like this. Crossship. The text is tiny. Two monsters with different names. If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, except during damage step, you can apply the following effects. In sequence, based on the card types of the monsters this card points to. Ritual. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Fusion. Special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard. Synchro. All monsters you control gain 700 attack. XYZ. All monsters your opponent controls lose 700 attack. Only use it once per turn. This card sounds really interesting to play. Not only is super cute, like look, the armrest is heart-shaped. Come on, like this card is beautiful. I'll put it on the side. But it sounds interesting. Like the effect, I like the effect. It sounds easy and it does many things. A case for K9, another K9 card that I'm not gonna read. Super long trap K9 card that I'm not gonna read. This one we already read. This is a repeated card. Dracotail Pan. This one is repeated as well. A Punk. Gagaku Punk Wagon. You can pay 600 life points. Add 1 Punk spell from your deck to your hand when your opponent activates a card effect that targets a Punk monster you control, or when your opponent's monster targets 1. For an attack quick effect, you can draw 1 card. You can only use once per turn. Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. It's Vampire card. Oh my god, this is such a long card, but it's only 3 left, so we're almost done. When this card is activated, you can send 1 Fabled monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can target 1 Fabled monster in your graveyard. Discard 2 cards, and if you do, add that monster to your hand. You can only use this effect of Starway to a Fabled realm once per turn. If your Fabled monster attacks an opponent's monster and you have less cards in your hand than your opponent, your monster attack gains attack equal to the difference in the number of cards times 200. Oh my god. During damage calculation only. What? This is so long. Like, what? This one is very long too, but okay, let's read it. War, Rock, or Peace. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are warrior monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If your Earth warrior monster battles, after damage calculation, you can send 1 Earth warrior monster from your deck to the graveyard, except War, Rock, or Peace. Then all War Rock monsters you currently control gain 200 attack until the end of your opponent's turn, and you can only use it once per turn. Like this specific type of effect I like. Like, I really like when you have a monster that does something that affects other monsters in an easy way like this. Like, there are some monsters here. Like this punk one, it's also a bit easy to understand. But there have been some cards that are so complicated. Like, I guess Racotates maybe. Like, we read some of them that I really don't understand how to use them. S-Force Specimen. This is the last card. If your opponent controls a monster, target one of your S-Force monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. Special summon it to your field in the same column as an opponent's monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one S-Force monster you control. Move that target to another of your main monster zones. You can only use one S-Force specimen after each turn, and only once that turn. Okay, I understand what it does, but I still don't understand the column thing. Maybe someone can explain that to me, but I'm sure once I start learning more of the link cards, that will become clearer to me. Okay, so what are my thoughts about these? What are my thoughts about these new Yu-Gi-Oh rules after coming back to TCG after 15 years? I think the art is beautiful. Yu-Gi-Oh has always had really beautiful art in the cards. I like mini cards a lot. Like, just opening the cards and looking at the art makes me happy. I don't know if that's like nostalgia or if I would feel the same if I had just started playing the game. But for example, when I play Magic, I don't get the same feeling. They are cool as well. But there's something about Yu-Gi-Oh art that is very, very appealing to me. Like, it's just very pretty. Some of them are very pretty. not you. But yeah, like this one with the skeletons was really cool. That one was really funny. And I'm also Mexican, so it means more to me. And this one is really pretty. Some of the ghost cards that we got in the ghost packages were really pretty as well. I should make a video about those as well. But no, when it comes to the gameplay, I find it really complicated. But to be honest, I was very scared of reading these cards. Now that I read them, I'm a bit less scared of playing with them. Like, just getting familiar with the new effects. The thing is that, for example, this thing with the columns or the calling, I don't know what that means. So when I read those effects, I have no idea how to use those cards. And that becomes a bit not frustrating, but like maybe a bit discouraging. Like, after reading all of these, I just want to go back to my Blue Eyes deck. But yeah, I think it's very fun. I've always really liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Both the manga, the anime, the game. I think it's a great game in many ways. A great anime. I love the characters in the end. I need to watch all the other animes. I'm actually more motivated to watch them now, which I really want to do at some point. But when it comes to TCG, if I would play one deck that is not Blue Eyes, I would have no idea which one. And the meta right now feels so hard. There is a big entry barrier, to be honest, for TCG right now. Like, when the cards were just like this, it was very easy because it's just the attack and defense that matter. A few traps and magic cards. Nowadays, you have to read a lot. You have to understand how the effects work with each other, what happens first. Even when watching the championship in Paris 2 weekends ago maybe, I remember there was something in the final where the judges had to like decide on an effect or something like that. I don't know. But I think it's very difficult. And I can see why it's hard for new players to start playing. I can see why people like me, who used to play a lot 15 years ago, are having a hard time getting back to it right now. Like, I think once you have the strategies in your head, you just play them. But when I play Duel Links and people start summoning Synchros and Links and Pendulum, I just die immediately. Like, I lose the same turn they do that because I have no way of stopping them. And the only thing I can do is just like watch them destroy my dragons and feel sad about it. But yeah, my final words about this is that I think Yu-Gi-Oh is a great game. I have always liked it. Even if I didn't play for a long time, it was always in my heart. Getting back to it has been really fun. I love opening packs. It makes me so happy to look at the art. And I should try to really learn the new summons and play again, like properly. Like not only play the old way as we did last week when I played TCG at my local store for the first time in a long time. I should really try to learn it because it sounds really fun. And you know, when you play Yu-Gi-Oh and then you develop a strategy and you play it out and things work out, like the happiness rush you get from that it's hard to compare that to other things. Like when things go your way in Yu-Gi-Oh, you feel so happy about it. Like it's just like endorphins bomb released in your body. And so yeah, I think it is a very cool game. I think the difficulty at the moment makes it hard to get to it, unfortunately. I can see why players will choose other games that are easier to play. I haven't played the new Digimon game, but I'm a bit interested in it. The One Piece, I never watched One Piece, so not that one, but Digimon maybe. And the Disney game, that one also sounds interesting. But yeah, please let me know what you thought about this video, if you liked it. If it's too long, I know it is too long, but I had many cards. I want to make a similar video about the blue eyes. Let me know if you want to watch that. If you made it all the way here, thank you so much for watching and I hope that you had fun.